Hi guys, how's it going? Today, got a little battle here with me as the Norscans up against Mega Noob with the Beastmen. So let's see if Mega Noob can lead up to his name, or if he's actually a master in disguise. So I have of course gone for Wulfric, who is my favourite of the Norscan two legendary lords, with him and Frog. I did use Frog the other day actually, and did pretty decent with him, so we might be getting a bit more variety soon in my armies. But I have put Wulfric up on top of his big war mammoth, which is something I don't normally do, but I'm up against the Beastmen, who do tend to struggle, come up against kind of large monsters. So I thought, he might be allowed to punch through the front line and just start causing chaos. He's of course got all his standard buffs. But next to him, we have gone for the Soul Crusher. So this is a regiment around War Mammoth, and it's just super tanky overall, especially with its special ability Enrage, which gives it a 44% damage resistance, which is a crazy high amount of resistance. It also has Strider, which is quite nice as well. So for the front line, we've actually just gone for the cheap Marauders. I don't tend to use these guys as much as I probably should. They're chevroned up a little bit, and they do decent against pretty much all Beastmen infantry. Of course, they get crushed by Bestigors, but up against the cheap Ungors and whatnot, they do a decent, solid job. We do have a couple of Norscan Hounds who are at the front line, but they're just going to tend to be, sneaking into this forest and getting round behind their enemy. I've gone 2 units of Skin Wolves, so I've gone for the non-armoured variety this time, and that's because the Beastmen don't have too much range damage, so I'm looking to just get these guys into those nice juicy targets as quick as possible, and they shouldn't take too much damage on the run in. Also, over in the forest, I believe it's all the way over down in here, we do have a Beast of Tashnar unit, so a regiment of renowned Norscan Warhounds who have that anti-large, which is super good, and also a unit of Norscan Ice Wolves. So they're going to be holding down the flank, and yeah, trying to get behind the enemy. So let's have a look at my opponent. So he's for our bunch up at the moment, just trying to force himself into these trees. So I'll do my best to pick apart all the units. So there's 2 units of Ungol Raiders in the front. Looks like he does have the Butchers of Kalkengard, which is a regiment of renowned Minotaurs. They have regeneration, which is crazy good for them. They have no penalty for fighting in the forest, cause terror, armor piercing, all that kind of good stuff. Now he does in fact have a unit of Minotaurs with great weapons over here on the side, and to complete all the Minotaurs he has gone for a Gorbel. I'm quite a big fan of the Gorbel, just because they're cool basically, but they do tend to have a bit of a problem fighting large foes, which they're designed to actually kill. The problem is they do get punted around quite badly, and end up spending half the fight on their arse, which isn't exactly where you want them. Now in the back, he has gone for Korok Man Rippers, the Bestigor Regiment Renowned. Now these are a unit I'm very scared of in this matchup. I really have to try and hide my Mammoth. They have great anti-large, great armor piercing. They even have charged defense as well against large foes. So I need to try and get those guys down as quickly as possible with some of my other tools. Now he does have a couple of Razorgore Herds. I believe it is 3 overall. It's hard to see amongst all that mess, but he does have a load of Razorgore Herds. Now he's also gone for a Brave Shaman of Beast there, so he's going to be having Flock of Doom and also the Manticore Summon. And for his Lord, where is he? Right here, he's gone for Morga the Shadow Gave, hiding behind this Minotaur here. Super tanky, great regeneration overall, and just sustainability. So let's have a little look. So that's all of that done over there. And I believe I did forget one last unit of mine, which was my Spellcaster. So let's try and spot where they are. Here it is down here. So we have in fact gone for the Shaman Sorcerer of Death here with Fairbuena and Spirit Leech. So let's get this underway. So it's going to be a little bit of posturing as we do start here. Let's have a little look-see. Yeah, so we're going to be moving across into these forests. I'm trying to spy out wherever my enemy can be. Obviously, Beastmen have great vanguard options. And I know over here in the distance, I do have my couple of scouting units as well. So they're going to be remaining hidden for now, trying to force this engagement in the middle here, where they can then sneak in behind. So we are going to be sending these other hounds off over to the left-hand side, just to have a little check to make sure my opponent's not hiding any units anywhere. So let's speed this up a little bit, because this does go on for a short little time. Just a bit of repositioning, trying to figure out what my opponent has. It looks like both forces are starting to come out of the forest a little bit. And we do in fact move up the Shaman Sorcerer of Death here, who's going to be dropping a Fairbuena down on the Korok's Man Rippers right here. Like I said before, it's a unit I really want to get off the field in any way possible without having to commit my Mammoths to the fight. And doing magic's going to be great amount of damage here. Let's see how much it actually goes down to. So it's still going. Looks like they've lost about a quarter of their health already, which is obviously great value. Although the Fairbuena does cost a ton of Winds of Magic to use, but it's just so goddamn effective. So it looks like they're going to be getting down to just above half health there. So some great damage. My opponent is going to be forcing forward these Ungol Raiders, trying to make me commit to a fight here in the water, which I don't want to face them. He has a slight downhill charge there as well. So I'm going to do my best just to keep my opponent at bay for now. I'm starting to send some of these Warhounds round the flank. So as I said before, we're just going to be checking out these forests just to make sure there's nothing being a little bit sneaky. I'm going to fast forward here because, again, there's quite a lot of repositioning in this battle. So, as you can see, we're getting a bit more of a surround here, and we do actually go for a little bit of an early charge on these Ungol Spearmen, trying to get a little bit of damage done. But not, to be honest, that was kind of a bad trade for me in the end. So it looks like Wulfric did drop down his ship as well. We're moving up the Sorcerer again. I was going to drop a Spirit Leech on the Minotaurs, but instead decided to save up for a Fate of the Unit. Now we are slowly starting to commit, and we have got our Skin Wolves on the flanks now. And we're going to go for a little bit of a strike down on these Razorgore herds. So of course Skin Wolves are anti-large, and we do have 2 units of Wolves here as well to support. And we're going to go charging in, trying to get some early damage. Now the main plan here was to rampage these guys as quick as possible, as we have successfully done there, and then lead them away before these nasty Minotaurs can run over and seriously, butter our bread pretty badly. So the other unit of Skin Wolves is doing the same on the other side. They've got on there just to threaten, let my opponent know that, I mean business. He does drop a Flock of Doom down on a couple of Marauders, but not doing too much damage. Now these Marauders have kind of taken the bait here, not Marauders, sorry, they're Minotaurs, and they're going to be charging. I'm trying to drag them away from the main formation, and just, take these Razorgore herds with me. So he does give up with 1 unit of Minotaurs, brings them back to the main fray. Unfortunately, a bit of a lack of micro here for me. I end up getting stuck down about here, end up having to stand and fight. And of course they're anti-large, but so is this Gorbel, and he's going to make mincemeat of the Skin Wolves. But in return, it has taken him miles away from the main fight, and because of this, I do in fact send forward my main forces now. I'm really starting to, trying to push my agenda and force them over there on the flank to be left alone. And because he's had to commit all his forces now, these Warhounds are going to be able to get into the back and hop on top of these nice squishy Ungol Raiders, which is exactly where they want to be. Over on the right hand flank we do a similar situation here, these Skin Wolves just leading these Razorgore hordes off over to the side. We really want to stay away from the Korok's Man Rippers. However, if we can just get these 2 Razorgore herds isolated, we do of course in the forest have the Beasts of Tashnar who are anti-large, and they'll be able to run in and help and do some serious damage. And it looks like he is being forced to bring the Korok's Man Rippers back to the main fray, as things are going fairly badly for the Beastmen. Marauders are beating down the front line, and the Soul Crusher just crumpled through the front line, helped drive off a unit of Ungol Spears, and is now going to be popping back, helping to collapse this left flank. So it's all going rather well at the moment for me. It looks like we do drop another Fate of unit down on the Man Rippers, who've currently got 0 kills, they haven't been in combat yet, and they're already down to nearly quarter health. So we do spring our trap on the right hand side. Beasts of Tashnar do pop out to insist these Skin Wolves. It looks like we are going to break off these Razorgore herds. With the Hounds in pursuit, these guys are not going to be able to escape. Wulfric does pounce in on Morga here, and over on the left flank, my opponent does have a bit of a pocket of strength here, so of course he's got the Minotaurs of Great Weapons, plus the Butchers of the Calvin Guard. But obviously going to be a big mess of these Marauders. Marauders aren't going to stand too much of a chance there. So the Gorbel has managed to try and isolate on top of the Soul Crusher. As we said before, the problem with the Gorbel in this situation is, yes, he can do a great amount of damage if he can get those hits in on the Soul Crusher, but he spends a lot of the battle like this, laying down on his front there or on his backside. That's going to allow the Soul Crusher just to walk off, whereas Marauders do swarm in and just try and pin this guy down. In the back, we just do have these Norscan Warhounds chasing down units, getting that great value, ensuring they can't come back into the main fray. And it looks like Wulfric has popped down all his buffs. He's popped down big old debuff, Punch of Champions as well on Morga, and it looks like Morga is going to break there. He just cannot stand up to such ferocity of Wulfric the Wanderer. And both the units of Chaos Spawn have been summoned. These ones aren't having too good of a time. They're up against the Skin Wolves here and the Beast of Tashnar. And the other ones are looking pretty healthy, but of course summoned units do just eventually disappear over time. I'm not too scared by that, and even with them on the field, power balance is actually in my favour. Looks like Morka is going to be able to escape a little bit, as Wulfric has to turn around and deal with this Feral Manticore, but he should be able to deal with it pretty easily, to be honest. It looks like it's already started to rout there. Now across the battlefield, most things are going pretty well, but there is still a big pocket of strength here, of course, with these nasty Minotaurs, and the Gorbel is back up on his feet, and he's going to be doing some serious damage to Soul Crusher here. So over the course of the battle has obviously been popping the buff down to give that extra damage resistance, to make an extra sticky target. Wulfric is obviously going to be running in now to assist his brethren here, the Soul Crusher, and comes in with a massive hit, sending the Gorbel flying. power balance is going even heavily in my favour now. It looks like these Warhounds are just going to be popping down on top of Morga. The Horrocks Man Rippers did manage to get 13 kills overall, which is, pretty pitiful for them, unfortunately. And they are being chased down. It looks like Morga is just going to get surrounded by a mixture of Skin Wolves, Beasts of Tashnar, Warhounds, and even these Marauders are going to be running in, and I don't think there's much escape there. It does have some very loyal Minotaurs come running in and trying to assist, but I think it's a little bit too little too late. It looks like the Gorbel over on the left-hand flank is about to break and go down. We do have our Shaman running around the battlefield, just cackling, dropping spells wherever he can. And with that, it looks like Morga does in fact break again. And this time I'm not going to make the same mistake and let him get away. These Warhounds will just slowly drag him down. In fact, I'm not even sure he's going to be able to escape this rather nasty blob right now, as they're just going to slowly pull Morga down. With all that, there he goes, down he goes. And it looks like that could be game. The power balance is massively in my favour now. Can't see these units standing for long. It looks like it's just the Brave Shaman holding leadership together. And even he himself is starting to waver. And we're just bomb rushing him, ignoring these Minotaurs as much as possible. Just trying to break their leadership. And that is a complete shatter. So a Pyrrhic victory there for the Norscans. Let's go check the end stats. So very well played to my opponent there, Mega Noob. He did not do his name justice. He was much better than his name. He was not a noob at all. He did play very well indeed. So overall, I quite like his army. Actually, it was an interesting pick using the Raised Gore herds. And I'm just a big fan of Minotaurs anyway. I think they look very cool. So then mixed in with the Gorbel makes a very nice thematic army. And as for my army, it performed pretty, as I kind of wanted it to do, to be honest. It performed very well. With these Warhounds getting a crazy amount of kills, just managing to hunt down units on the sides. And the Beasts of Tashnar are actually real MVPs, helping the Skin Wolves take down a couple of units of Raised Gores before hopping into the main fight and helping to drag down Morga. So very good overall there. The Marauders on the front line, they just do a decent job up against these cheap spear units, the Ungor Spearman herds. They perform very good, especially when they're chevroned up. And it's really fun actually using Wolfric and especially the Soul Crusher, which is used as a battering ram just to smash through that front line before moving over onto the left flank, completely shattering that flank. And even though it didn't get the crazy amount of kills, it also held up, all these Minotaurs for very long periods of time, and distracted them as well. The rest of my army just picked apart everything else, so there's just the Minotaurs left, and then they break. So I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. It was very fun to do indeed. If you did enjoy it, please do leave a like, and please do subscribe. We're getting very close to 50 subscribers now, which is super exciting. So we're just clawing our way to that number, which would be all cool if you could help out. Also, feel free to leave comments if you ever want to play games against me, or have any suggestions of what to play next. I do also have a Patreon down below in the description if you want to support. So coming up soon, probably not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after. I need to confirm dates and everything beforehand. We are going to be doing Death Before Dishonor number 2, which is our tournament we do here. It's a midweek tournament involving 4 players, best of 3. It's all very simple. If you guys do want to get involved, just let me know. We'll have a couple of people hopefully returning, hopefully the returning champion as well to defend his title, which I believe was Ben the Barman, and a couple of new faces. So I hope to see you then. Peace, guys. Have a good day.